Gamma, the Gamma Men is present and in your face. As we introduce each other, well, I'm gonna do the introduction because I'm master of ceremony of today's event. I go by KD Trendsetter. To the right of me, I got DJ Logic. We also got Plummer, Self Mode. We got Row, Juggernaut. Last but not least, we got Haroon, Lion King. With a bunch of other brothers that we have that's not present. But again, today we doing a special Gamma episode to let y'all know what this organization is about and how we want to carry things. And again, if anybody want to feel free to hop in at any time, just go ahead and say a little
I
bit about
appreciate you
yourself.
having us on, man.
Yeah.
I'm excited because we got a lot of young guys in the room, and when I found this organization, I saw potential in it. I
Right.
saw a bunch of OGs who paved the way, starting it from Hampton Institute. Um, they had been in this frat long ago,
Mm-hmm.
in the '60s and the '70s, when none of us were around. And when I came into the organization in 2022, first thing I said was, "Man, I want to get us younger.
Right.
Let's bring some youth in here, man. And look what we sitting around."
Yeah.
And then I'm excited about that, and we just beginning, so it's a great start.
So the backstory, it started in 1968, Hampton University. You know what I'm saying? We had five founding fathers. You know what I'm saying? So they started a movement to build a community and just have a bunch of brothers that's like-minded. As we trying to carry on the tradition today, you know what I'm saying? So we trying to make sure that we have like-minded people that's willing to put in the work, but also know how to have a good time and know how to build positivity amongst the community that we have amongst us as brothers. So, just to give a little light story on how what made me want to join this fraternity, um, the brother next to me, he came to me and was like, "Hey man, I think you a gamma man."
Mm.
I'm like, what's that? Right? And he was like, "Man, it's something I'm going through right now, but I would love for you to check it out after I'm done." So I'm like, "Okay, cool." And we talking, and he went through and he was like, "I think you ready." I think I'm ready. Ready for what? As I have my what's the word theatric voice on.
Well,
Ready for
I'm glad he's seen that in you, though. To be honest,
right, right. Because
it's
again,
not there's not a criteria we look for,
right,
but when you meet a guy that's a gamer man, you know.
you know. And
I know.
again, the questions I had, main question I'm sure everybody had. Man, I ain't go to school. What's that? And like for this fraternity, you don't need to go to school, but you do need to be a man of pride, a man of principle, a man of standards, and a man that's willing to, be there for each other. And again, I'm there for him all the time. So I guess that's what he really seen in me. And again, I went through the process. It was tedious. It was hard. But according to me, I can't speak for everybody else.
It's definitely a challenge.
But the reward at the end, it was a reward that it was like, man, that was so fulfilling. And I got to meet to meet cool brothers and like-minded people. It was so like, wow, and it's just an amazing thing to be a part of that. And I was, I'm close to 40. Like I was 39 when I crossed. So it was just like, to me, I never thought that.
Y'all old, man.
Not really.
I'm the
Not
oldest
really.
person at the table.
Not
So
really. See, that's it.
everybody
There
need
you
to
go with
relax.
that bullshit. Ain't
But
nobody
40
got
is 40.
daggone, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm young.
Age, we
You
don't
as old as you feel for real.
Right, right. You keep on talking
Let me
that
ask
shit.
a question. I know this your pod.
Right.
Um, why is I know the answer, but why is this? Maybe people out there might not know. Why is this area important? When we say community, why is serving in the 757 important?
You mind if I answer this one?
Go ahead.
Um, So I'm gonna answer that question, but let me back up a little bit. When we talk about like-minded people, like-minded brothers or men, I think a lot of us are of sound mind and body, but we also feel as there's a purpose in our 757 community that's not being fulfilled. As you know, we have high crime rates all over the place. In almost every city, you hear about somebody getting shot or somebody, whatever the case is. And the thing is that a lot of us have that mentality that we want to do something about it. We want to be an effective person out there that's helping to make those changes in these communities from Hampton all the way to Portsmouth. But it's hard to do it by yourself. So when we use the word like-minded brothers, it goes back to answering your question. That's why. That's the reason why it's important for us to gather and commute into this actual community, because this is where we see the trouble at. Not just youth, but also we think about a lot of skills and programs are no longer offered in this area to where people can get assistance. Um, Even the youth,
Right.
we was talking about the other day, just there's no more
community centers.
Community centers.
The
No
rec
more,
centers used to be
the rec
live.
centers
They used to be the
pumping,
go-to back then.
So now our youth have no direction and no purpose. Um, but then we talk about feeding the homeless and just other community events out there to where there is a group of a community group that's really passionate and willing to put forth an effort to make an impact on all the 7 cities. And that's what our like-mindedness is about. It's about all of us wanting to make that impact.
And what part? Where you from?
I'm from Portsmouth.
Born like raised in Portsmouth.
Born in Norfolk, raised in Portsmouth.
That's what's up. I myself, I grew up on the peninsula side.
Mm-hmm.
Went to elementary, middle school, and high school in Hampton. But I did some of those years in Norfolk too. So I'm back and forth. But I'm proud to be from the 757 for sure.
But you even over there, you guys see it just like, I know when we was growing up, Newport News was no joke.
Right.
It was crazy out.
Crazy.
What we call it?
Bad news.
Bad news.
So,
Right.
They call it bad news. Newport Norm.
All that stuff. Right?
Even here, P-Town, Pistol City.
Right.
Wow.
You come around the corner and get popped in your head city. It is what it is. So, but all of us are from that area, that era, and those areas that are of concern today. And that's one thing about Gamma. To give my backstory real quickly, when I was coming into the fraternity, nothing about the fraternity impressed me. Nothing about it made me want to say, hey, I want to be part of the fraternity. But I do a lot of things outside of just working, where I am in the community a lot, doing a lot of community things, also mentoring and youth things. So when I found out that there's other people in Portsmouth or in Chesapeake or in Norfolk that got that same goal that I have, I was like, man, you know what? 3 people are stronger than one.
Exactly.
15 minds are better than one mind. And then not only that, not only do you have the physical resource, but you also got other resources out there, because I don't know who he knows. I don't know the programs that he may know.
Right.
I may not be involved with other community activists or community politicians like some of our brothers are.
Right.
So you may need that to help provide some sort of resource to what it is that you're trying to do as well. So, that's what our fraternity does.
Word. See, again, that brotherhood, that likelihood, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's what I feel like the missing void was, especially on my end. You know what I'm saying? It was just like a void that was missing. So when I seen it, it was just like a wow moment. Like, it's actually guys that actually want to do stuff together, and I want to bring people to come in and do it together, and maybe I'm cliche with it or corny or whatever, but
Love it.
I think that's a fly thing to me, to have a group of brothers, you know what I'm saying, that actually want to do things a certain way. Cause
I think having a group of men, period,
fact.
that are on the same level with the same mind mission,
mm-hmm.
and want to impact and affect the change that we all see,
mm-hmm.
and having the courage to want to do that,
mm-hmm.
that's dope to me.
That's very
because
dope.
You can have a whole bunch of men in one area, and you always, it ain't gonna always go down as smoothly as it could be. start when you start.
I'm gonna
Especially if
touch
you
on
start
that real
putting
quick.
alcohol and
Okay.
other things else involved. So
Touch on maybe one of y'all could touch on it, Ro. He brought up something that was important. Men, like, why you don't see men doing things together? And is it ego? Like, what's the importance of my bad? What's the importance of men doing things together? Maybe it's ego or competition or something about this
pride.
organization. You see men just getting together on projects, ideas, collabing. Like, how impactful you think that is?
I think it's important because when you find somebody that's on the same mission as you, it's much easier to accomplish whatever you're trying to do. Whether that's mentoring, whether that's going out in the community, throwing a party, getting some electrical work done. You got people that you know that are in your circle that I can depend on. A lot of times we grow up with people that we're close to them because we're from the same neighborhood or we went to the same school.
Mm-hmm.
This organization is different because we all share the same passion. We all
Right.
have this. We're all on basically on the same mission and agenda. So it's going to be easier for us to get things done because nobody has an ego about like, yo, you're good at what you do. No, we're all good at what we do, right? So
Exactly.
we're going to be greater together than we are if we try to do all this stuff separately.
And to piggyback real quickly, not only all, like you said, we all good at what we do, but the things we're not good at, guess what? I got him.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So
yeah.
it's still gonna work out because he's good at something that I'm not good at.
Yeah, it's like you fill in the blanks
Right.
of like I may not be great at something, but my brother may be great at it. So I can call on him and be like help me out on X, Y, and Z. You know what I mean? And that makes it so we're a better unit together when we go out into the community or whatever we do, because you know you got people that are just like you, they're dependable, they're strong, they making sure things happen, they ain't dropping the ball. Like, you know, the passion in what you believe about yourself and what you believe about what the group can achieve it opens the door for like the ability to do amazing things.
Word. Well, I mean, well, since you gave that dope, that's dope. So, what made you want to, join this? Like, what drew you to like be like, hey, I might want to join this? Like, what made you do it?
So I went to the first interest meeting, and again we're having an interest meeting this month in January at Roger Brown. We'll drop
It's
the
gonna
flyer
be right
for
here.
it.
The flyer's gonna
We're
be
gonna drop
here.
the flyer. So if you are interested, just come through, see what we're about. But I went to the first interest meeting, and I was feeling pretty good about it at that point. But then at the second meeting, there was somebody that he came in, and he and we basically just clicked instantly. It's just like he was just like me. And I was like, as long as this guy's gonna be involved, I'm 100% all the way in at this point. You know what I mean? Like
So you
I'm,
found a
I'm
brother.
in.
You
I
found a
found
brother.
a brother
instant
on day
brother.
one, and he's not even from this area. We didn't go to school together. We didn't know each other before that day, and since that time, we've always been locked in. So that was the really turning point where I was like, I may join, I may go through it, but just seeing one other person, and I always say this, that you could put me or anybody that's like me in anywhere in the world, and I would find a person that's like me. Right?
Love it.
Right.
And being able to find somebody like me right here in the fraternity was like, yo, if bro gonna be locked in, I'm gonna be locked in.
Right.
So
Love it.
it's nothing that we can't achieve together. And since then, I think we're in year 2 now. We still go out, hang out, do stuff together. We be at community events. We do great things, and it's like, the fraternity does a great job of picking guys that we are on the same mission. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And once you find that niche of, hey, we're all on the same page, we got the same agenda, we trying to achieve great things together, it's gonna be much easier to go through the process.
Right.
And like I said, what made me feel like I was ready to go was when I saw one other person that I identified within the process.
That's all it takes for
Yeah,
real.
that's all it takes. Yeah.
I want to touch on that. So I'm a former athlete. So, by the way, shout out to Phoebus High School, the 11-time state champion. I was able to
No
win the
doubt.
state championship.
11?
Count them up. You ain't got enough fingers, do you? Count them up, man. 11-time state champion. I was able to win the state championship at Phoebus in 2006.
Mm.
I was able to play at University of Maryland College Park on scholarship for 4 years. But what I found during that time was those guys that I played on that team with became my best friends in life.
Mm-hmm.
The bond, the brotherhood, the camaraderie. So after my years of playing, I missed something, bro. There was
Right.
something missing. I was like, but I need that brotherhood back. I was around them guys every day. Somebody I could call, we could chop it up. You might have coworkers here and there. You
Mm-hmm.
might run into some guys at the gym, but it ain't the same. But what I found with this organization was I got that spark back like I had in college at
Well,
University of
did
Maryland.
somebody find you, or did you go looking? Like,
Well, actually,
how did that
one of my
process work?
teammates from University of Maryland,
Uh-huh.
his father is in this organization.
Oh, okay.
He go by the name of Hiawatha the Great.
Oh, okay.
That's right.
Okay.
So
Shout
I
out
went to
Tony.
Okay.
Maryland with his son. So he called me up. He was like, "You'd be great. You'd be great for my organization." I was like, "I'm all ears," because if he's saying it,
Mm-hmm.
I'm rocking.
Okay.
So I'm glad he called me, man, because I was missing that brotherhood. I needed that. So that's what this organization provide, man. Like that, that stability of brotherhood. People don't have no idea how strong, how you feel when you got brothers behind you. Like, hey, man, I might can't accomplish this, but you know what? I got brothers behind me. Let's go do it anyway.
Yeah. I
So
mean,
that's the vibe.
it's strength in numbers, and sometimes when you don't like you said, it's just knowing that I could call one of y'all and be like, "Hey, yo, I need some help," or "I just need to talk to y'all," or something like that. It's like, oh, we have the same vision in mind to do certain things, and just to build camaraderie. I think is a dope thing,
So what's the craziest thing you be hearing? Like, cause I run into, I never heard of y'all. Like,
bro.
what's y'all? I never heard of y'all. So
I started posting pictures, and when we was doing the community thing, even when we was finishing up or whatever my line, Renaissance King, the best line out there. Just
oh
throw
my
that out
god,
there.
oh
Here we
my
go
god,
with
here we go.
Renaissance
Just
Kings.
let
Tell them
y'all
about
know,
it.
This is the rivalry.
Tell them about it. We the
Every
best
line
line.
think they the best line.
Renaissance Kings all day. But
Well, I give y'all that because y'all had a great dean.
Y'all still was not the
Y'all
best
had a
line.
great dean. So
Hey, we had the same dean. They still not the best line. Two of a kind.
yeah,
They
but
lines. You see how I
when
did
it
that?
when it,
so what
See
you
how I did
what
that?
you be hearing though?
I
I
mean,
hear
it
all
just
types of stuff.
like I said, the main thing was just, yo, we never heard of y'all, and it's funny, because same with me, I didn't hear of Gamma, and again, not the fact that it's not, even though we based out of Hampton, and
Explain the difference from like divine non organizations and then
so what?
us and what we consider.
Okay, so and shout out to Mike Bourne, another Gamma brother,
Big brother, Uncle Mike.
yes, sir. So again, he gave me a lot of knowledge about the Divine Nine and what they represent, and the Divine Nine is pretty much under the universities, nine fraternities.
Yep,
Yeah,
nah, yep.
there's nine fraternities,
One,
and
no, non fraternities and sororities
yeah,
together.
sororities together. Um, so I guess what separate us from them is just we are a community, Hampton
Community
Road,
based.
yeah, Hampton Roads chapter. Um, and the colleges is not active as of yet, and we're working on getting that back.
Yeah, the main difference is we don't have a undergrad
Yeah, undergrad.
base opportunity
Yeah,
to join an organization, in which most of the Divine Nine organizations base their lines off of undergrad participation and things like that. There was a time where Gamma was undergrad at Hampton, and they called it Hampton Institute back in the day.
mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
they had some issues with the hazing and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Was ended up putting off a campus, and we never made it back.
Right.
So through those years, 30 years plus, we lost our notoriety. But the good thing is we back now. We pushing to get back on campuses soon, and yeah, we excited about the opportunity.
And I know he said HR Hampton Roads, but understand we are national. Not only are we national, but we also INC. We incorporated. So we're mostly most of our chapters are located here on the East Coast or on this side of the United States. But um, we are pushing. We are wanting to push further out from the east in order to be fully national. But we are a national entity. We're not just Hampton Roads based.
Right.
That's what's up. I appreciate that explanation.
Well, hold on. We didn't get one other brother that ain't even like Mr. Quiet back there.
That's why. Hey, so
Stealth
let
mode.
me chime in. So I ain't gonna
Phone was out.
I ain't gonna
Yeah.
tell too much, but I had the opportunity of pledging these guys the newest line, the Renaissance King.
Best line out there.
And so KD was part of that line. Also, Plummer was part of that line. And what I noticed while pledging these guys, Plummer not gonna say too much, but he listening though, and he always hear and understand what's happening. So when it was time to name these guys, I named him Trendsetter because his influence, his understanding of people around him. Um, he has a lot of power socially and the things like that. So I was like, man, you a trendsetter. Like people follow you. You a leader. Automatically, day one, I said that's my line captain right there. When it come to Plummer, I was like, yo, is he paying attention? But when it's time to perform, bro spit out the knowledge. So I was like, okay, he paying attention. He just low key. So I call him stealth mode, like a ninja creeping. So that fit him good. So right now he doing the same thing,
like
man.
the ninja cat,
What you
just
got
out
to
there,
chime in, stealth mode, man?
there, ninja catting.
Chime in, man. But that's how he is, though.
Yeah.
I love it though.
So what made you want to join?
I was actually already looking for a brotherhood to join, and just one random day, I had called my cousin and asked him what he was up to, and he told me he was on his.
I'm his cousin, by the way, if y'all ain't know.
Right.
He told me he was on his way to like a meet. What was it?
Meet and greet.
Meet and greet.
Yeah, like a meet and greet.
January 25th, Roger Brown. Y'all
Be
be
there.
there. It's gonna be right there.
Right there. That's
Yeah,
what
So we wound up going to Lisa's meeting, and the rest was history. I'm here now.
And that's what happens, man. You when you get around brothers, you start seeing yourself in certain circles. Like, man, this brother engineer, that's crazy. I wanted to get into engineering. Or this brother owned 2 real estate companies. That's crazy, man. I thought about switching to that. Like, you start finding yourself, or like Ro behind me. This brother knows literally everybody in the 757. Like, if you watching this, you probably know Ro.
Yeah, for sure.
If you watching this, just hit his phone and ask him when the meet and greet is.
What's crazy is after the meet and greet at Lisa's, I saw a picture of him later. I'm like, yo, bro, already my friend on Facebook. Like, we was already friends. You know what I mean? So it's like that's kind of what it be. It's like the people are in your circle already, or
you
y'all
don't even
just
know
on the same agenda. Y'all got the same game plan. And like I say, like when y'all start going out into the world, you'll find that like you was gonna run into these brothers anyway, but it's even better to run into them under these circumstances where it's like we're on the same page. We're trying to make a difference in the community. We're trying to change the world. Trying to influence young people to make positive choices. And it's like you got people they in it with you together. It's like how you gonna lose? You can look around at all these winners that's in your circle. You can't not feel like a winner.
Well, then I got a question for everybody. So what do you look forward to as far as the just keeping the organization moving forward in a positive way? Like, like I said, I joined the organization not knowing what it is, but now that I'm a part of it, I'm proud of it. You know what I'm saying? And I want to keep it going, keep it moving. But I would like to know, like, what do y'all see moving forward? Like, we ain't got to be long with it.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm a millennial, of course. So
Right.
I feel like our generation is the most impactful.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of had both sides,
Yeah.
We kind of grew up with dial-up internet, and we had iPhones.
Yeah. Well,
so
we didn't have the internet.
but our generation, so we are very intelligent, very resourceful generation, and I feel like with our organization, there was a lot of 50, 60 plus year old men in the organization before I came aboard.
Yeah.
Everybody you see sitting here right now was a direct effect of me saying let's get younger. So
right.
I feel like powerful. We'll make moves if we keep looking for young, talented, hungry men.
Right.
Like-minded though.
Like-minded men who are selfless, want to serve, family men, professional. Like these type of men, this will keep it flowing. Right. It'll never stop. it'll just multiply. We keep those type of men around.
And we're not dismissing the old heads.
No, I love the OGs.
Yeah, we not
You
like
definitely need a couple of
if you
arms
fit the
around.
bill
Yeah.
of what we're trying to do as an organization, it don't matter how old you are. We just looking for people that's like, yo.
I think when he speak of younger, it's so much because of how the world is today.
Yeah.
Technology has changed. Ways of doing things have been made easier, more effective, error free to a certain extent. But in our generation is the generation that is the catalyst for that movement. Moving that into our fraternity is only, it's imperative we do that in order to continue to push us forward.
Mm-hmm.
What happened was what Haroon failed to mention. I don't know if he did mention, or I just misheard. It was a period of time where Gamma was not active at all.
Right.
It just kind of stopped.
And what was the years again?
It was between
For the
20 and 30 years.
Yeah, for the audience, I think the last line before 2017.
Before 2017 was
it was 1990, right?
1990 or 1991.
So,
yeah.
And when things like that happen, it can be contribute to a lot of reasons. I almost bet you technology was one of them.
Right.
So even having a platform like this to be able to speak to you all and let you all know what we're all about is something they didn't see back in 1991. This was not around back then.
Mm-hmm.
But also having the knowledge, nobody from that 91 line knew that this.
Yeah.
So these are the reasons why we say younger. It's not so much of just the age. It's about being able to move Gamma Epsilon Theta from 1968 until 2025.
Right.
28.
25 and further, right.
Yeah. Until 2068, if we could make it 100 years.
Exactly,
you know what I'm saying?
So that's what he means by that, man. Don't get it twisted. We know a couple of guys that's actually in the fraternity that's very good technology, technical wise, and also they provide us the biggest support, and they're also the biggest influence on a lot of the decisions that we make as a fraternity. So we're not saying no.
Yeah, at all.
But the reason why we're saying younger, and I know I probably went too far with that one, but the reason why we're saying younger is because we need these people to push forward. People, once we're gone, to continue this fraternity as well.
Right.
What would you say to somebody? I'm just playing I hear the questions already in my mind. Like, why would I join? Why would I come look for a fraternity like y'all when I can be a Q, Alpha, or Divine Nine? And of course, I got friends in some great organizations. I got friends in all of those organizations.
Masons, all of them.
Yeah, I got friends in all those organizations.
Yeah.
And I honestly can't tell you why you would pick us over that. But I know for me, immediately I was seen. I wasn't just like a new guy. They said, like, a week after I crossed, they was like, yo, I want you in leadership. I was like, dang, I'm new. I want you in leadership.
Mm-hmm.
So immediately I was seen. Immediately I was impactful. And that's just some of the great things from this organization.
I mean, I could piggyback off of that myself. It's like, soon as I joined, it was like an immediate impact, and it was just like a wow moment. And just like he was saying with the other fraternities, like I have cousins, and that they are Divine Nine, and I'm sure a lot of people like me, I was asking them questions like, "Yo, what, like, y'all ever heard of them?" Like,
they say, "No, I ain't never heard.
I ain't there," and they were kind of downplaying it a little bit, but at the same time, they kind of was like, "Yo, they did the research like I did, and they was like, yo, they seem like a cool thing. Like, if you want to do it, like, go ahead. Like, I support you." So, it was more like, okay, cool. Let me put my best foot forward and see what it takes to go through this process. And, even my cousins that see me go through it, they was like, yo, like, I'm proud of you, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like that fraternity, they respect the fraternity as if it was like it's a fraternity.
Speaking of that, man, y'all did something that Gamma has never done in the history of Gamma Epsilon Theta. Y'all did that when y'all crossed at y'all Burning Sands.
Yeah.
And what's that?
With the probate.
Y'all had see, a probate is something I learned from being an undergrad at University of Maryland, watching the Divine Nine.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I know we're a small organization, but I want them guys to get excited about the day they became Gamma Man.
Right.
So, thanks to one of your guys, thanks to Mega, shout out to Mega.
Grandstand.
He put together a wonderful show. and we was able to introduce Renaissance Kings
Right.
and drop that picture in the edit right here.
Yeah. Yeah.
We was able to introduce Renaissance Kings, man, and family. The room was full.
It was nice. It was
It's a good night.
yeah, it was a real good night, and it's
The-
only gonna go up
And the
from there.
bar was open, I think.
Yeah.
I want to answer that question though. That's a good question that you just asked, because we do get that question a lot. Is why choose you over one of the divine nines? You know what I'm saying? And like I think your answer was probably one of the best answers. We can't tell you why. It's your decision. But my example of this will be this: a lot of us know a lot of big churches, the Mount, Pastor T.D. Jakes churches, and all of that.
The megas.
The mega churches.
The mega churches, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that pastor know your name? Do you think that bishop know your name? Now you go to a smaller church, like kind of like mine. Shout out to Higher Ground. All right. I know my pastor on a first name basis. My pastor personally.
You can call his cell phone.
I can call his cell phone right now. He gonna say, "Hey, bro, D, what's up?" And that's kind of how Gamma is. Not saying that anything wrong with mega churches and big churches and nothing like that. Nothing
Or
wrong
big
with that.
fraternities or small fraternities
like that. But
that's a great.
Because it's also
the thing is that
analogy.
once we got into this organization, we instantly we're known. Not only are we known, but we're trusted.
Right.
Not only are we trusted, but we're supported. It's easy for me to now just saying it's easy for me to support these four than it is for me to support 4 million.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's a way to put
this
it.
fraternity, you will get that support that you're looking for. Not only that, but that brotherhood is actually tighter because you're smaller. The smaller it is, the tighter knit we are. But then also the tighter we are, the stronger we are.
That's amazing, DJ.
That's kind of how I look at it.
Let me piggyback off of that. Hey, Ro, what has happened to? Matter of fact, when you got in the organization, drinking on Sundays was not a thing. But what has happened to drinking on Sundays since you got it going? Since you had support from the organization. And matter of fact, get your plug in for drinking on Sundays right here.
Yeah, make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, everything.
All that's gonna be
on
right here.
Sunday. And
book
we'll
book
the
them.
links below.
Yeah,
Drinking
book y'all,
on Sunday.
book y'all, book
Sunday,
it.
You know what I mean?
Dope
We
venue.
got our own building, so if you are looking for an event space to come do community events, we do hourly, we do all day rates. So come see us right in downtown Portsmouth near the tunnel. We got a music studio. We got a lot of great things happening. And before I joined the organization, we hadn't had like a home for like basically for Gamma to be a home base, but now that's like a thing. So we do a lot of events there. We've done multiple events over the last couple of years. Another thing I'll say is that when you're thinking about joining an organization, make sure that you see yourself in the people that are already in there. Like if you look around, there's a lot of people that they have the same purpose and they have the same agenda. If y'all not on the same page, then it's not going to work out. Another thing is you can hit the ground running in this organization where you can, whatever you're good at, you can be good at in the organization, whether that's events and fundraising, whether that's recruiting new people. You got an opportunity to like hit the ground and start running right out the gate.
Hey, look, I know it's a podcast at all.
Hey, I got
people been walking in and out. Hey, look, this is what podcasting is, man. We still just this is real rap raw.
Bingo.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like if you
take
see
a little
people
pause.
walking in and out, hey, look, we
gotta
ain't
take a little pause.
look. We still chopping it up and doing what we got to do.
It up.
Yeah, I can edit it out, or I can keep it in. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Let's keep it in.
Yeah, we keeping
I
it
know-
in now because look, this is the realness of what this is. Like again, this is a brotherhood, and we joking on because he went to go out there.
I know what he about
Hey,
to do.
pause it now. We keeping this in because he wanted to get.
Matter of fact, pull a shot.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like we could drink on the jank. You know what I'm saying? Like
Bro,
this is what
Pass
Gamma
that
do.
crown back there.
This one, you want apple?
Yeah.
Right there. That's
Oh, well,
yours right here. I think.
yeah. I said, man, this is what we do in Gamma, man. We a brotherhood.
This is a good time to drop to some local businesses.
Yeah. So if y'all got any local businesses, if y'all got local businesses, like Rose said, drinking on Sundays, his contact information to be there. Y'all definitely, book a date.
Nah, for real, book him though, because you ain't gonna find a better rate in the city. You ain't gonna find a better communication, professionalism. Book him for your family intimate event, man. I done seen some parties in there that I have never seen, like a whiskey tasting. I
They
done
had the
seen
Christmas joint that just
I done seen
passed.
Christmas pajama parties in there. It was live. So they throw different type of events. Also, man, shout out to if y'all ever in Hampton, and you need a haircut. Shout out to Handsome House, man, located on King Street, 1105 King Street,
Y'all ready to toast up?
and it's a barbershop. Shout out to the owners, Shalom and Southside Yoko, man. Go ahead and shout out to Handsome House. Posted right here at the bottom.
Yeah, and then you know what I'm saying? Cuz got his trucking company, you know, hauling through JP.
Yeah.
Trucking company is big, man. Like what got you into trucking though?
So I'm an electrician by trade. I just wanted to do something different. I got tired of doing the same thing. So I got a couple of friends that's into trucking. So I just jumped out there, and it's been the best decision. So
Word.
Let me go and get my CDLs,
I'm
man.
looking for multiple streams of income too. I'm trying to increase my.
He already got like
Man,
17
yeah,
of them.
what the hell you talking
Man.
about? I want to be him when I turn his age. I ain't gonna put his age out there.
No, you can't.
No, he
I'm
about to turn
proud.
50.
He
He
about to
about to
be-
turn 50.
Yeah.
Yo, we was just discussing what
He is like he is the youngest 50-year-old I ever met in my
He-
life.
He
I
hang
ain't
with the
lying.
young guys. He 50, but
I got a young spirit, man.
Shot.
I got a young spirit. You know
No
what
shot
I
right
mean?
here. Wait.
That was another thing that was important. That like I don't want to be around people that like we ain't gonna be having a good time. Like one thing about me and the brothers, we always get together. We have a good time. We laugh and joke, but we handle business. You know what I'm saying? So right now, if you watching this again, we trying to get bigger, better, stronger, and younger. So we're gonna be having a meet and greet this month. Make
Can
sure
I
y'all
touch on
pull
the
up
meet
us
and
at
greet?
Roger Brown.
Yeah, let's touch on that.
Because they probably like, what's a meet and greet? Y'all gonna be asking me questions? Y'all gonna be in my face? Or
Yeah, no,
let me
let's
just tell you what a meet and greet is.
Yeah, cause we
Because I'm gonna just tell you right now, I'm probably gonna have a drink in my hand and some wings.
Probably.
probably.
Oh,
No
most
problem.
I'm
likely.
gonna put one in his hand. What is he
So-
talking about?
It's very informal, man. Just come on out. We want to meet you, dap you up, talk about what you do, what's your dreams, what's your aspirations, talk about family, where you went to school with. We probably gonna talk about the beef between the rivalries in high schools, man. That's what we do, man. Just chop it up, man. We ain't gonna
Yeah,
we ain't
church,
gonna-
church,
sports
and high,
teams.
church and high school
we ain't
is
gonna
the
get
best
into
high
no frat
school
business, man. It ain't about that.
in the Hampton Roads.
We just want who the best in the Hampton Roads?
Churchland.
Churchland.
And
What they ever won?
Hey, I'm talking shit.
Man, look, everybody knows, man. It's two teams around here that get respect.
Who was
High
that?
school.
Churchland High School and Churchland High School.
We talking about Maury Commodores or Phoebus Fangs.
Oh, they are.
I mean, I won't even.
So
argue
if-
with it.
If you
Yeah.
talking about anybody else,
I
then
mean,
they-
you used to get some respect
I'm
too,
about
right?
to say you talking
Oh
about.
no, you definitely got to mention Austin Smith.
Austin,
Yeah.
you gotta get some
Yeah,
respect.
like
Let's talk about
what we talking
legacy,
about?
though. And that's it. Maury is not legacy. Maury is now.
they like the Chief. They knew.
They
Oh.
now.
Man.
They now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they Patty Mahomes.
I
I
It's
mean,
hard to
hey,
argue
look,
with
my
30
nephews just won the state championship
It is
with
hard to
Morris,
argue
so
with 30
shout out to them. You know what I'm
You
saying?
can't argue with 30-0 though.
Yeah, I ain't look. Shout out to Morris.
Phoebus won, like-
a couple of times.
It ain't here no more.
Austin
Shout
Smith
out,
won it.
shout out to Woodrow Wilson, okay?
They don't even call it that no more.
Yeah, the Manor.
We not around.
Let's
No,
the
it's called
Manor. The Manor.
Manor High School?
Manor High School.
Let's
called
stop.
Manor.
Let's stop.
Missy went
Manor
to
High
Wilson.
School. Yeah,
Missy went to Wilson.
right. She went to Wilson.
Shout out to my alma mater. All right,
Manor.
Wilson.
This
Manor.
probably,
No, I graduated from Wilson. Not Manor.
but this
Manor.
probably what we're gonna do at the meet and greet, man. Chop
Yeah,
it up.
let's chop it up.
We just want to meet you, man.
Yeah, come out.
So you ain't gotta come with your notepad. You ain't gotta answer no questions, no crazy questions, man. Just want to get to meet you.
Yeah.
And then at that, man, this decision on yours, man. You see yourself coming back to another one. That's how we do it, man. But meet and greets are good for meeting brothers, man. That's all it's about.
Yep.
Chopping it up with Brothers Fellowship.
That's it. That's it.
January 25th, 6:00 at Roger Brown's. Come on through.
Come have a good time.
I got a question. Back on business.
Okay.
It's a lot of misconceptions about fraternity.
There's many of them, and honestly, I had some before finding this because
Right. And because we are small and fairly new, let's say fairly new,
But we
because of the
old at the same
resurgence.
time, so we have to
Yeah,
put
it's
the
a little bit of
respect
both.
on.
It's a little bit of both.
But it's the
Yeah.
resurgence.
Yeah.
So it's fairly new. It's new to the 757.
For
It
sure.
really ain't, though.
It really ain't.
No, it is because
Because
It is,
all
but
the
it ain't.
OGs, all the OGs know about Gamma.
Yeah, all the OGs
Yeah.
know about Gamma.
Yeah, you're right though.
It's a
It-
balance,
it-
though.
it's-
It's a balance.
If
It's
you
a balance.
mention it, there's people that have never heard of it because there haven't been a lot of activity
Exactly.
in recent times.
Right.
So yes, it has existed, and the old heads will know, like, oh yeah, we used to get down this, that, and the third. But people that are young, like I'll just give a quick example. We all should old enough to probably remember that the 757 used to be 804.
Mm-hmm.
Now
Right.
everybody
I'm not-
calls
I'm not
it
that
the
old.
757 as
I was
if
right
the
at the
804
cusp.
never existed.
Yeah, like you said, my daughter wouldn't even know nothing about no 804.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So
I
that's
was right at the
foreign
cusp of
language to them.
804.
And it's not that the 804
I actually never knew
wasn't
that.
relevant,
Yeah.
didn't
Hold on, you
exist.
said what?
You ain't
I
know
actually
that.
never knew that.
So
Oh,
so the 757 turned into 80. It's probably
Yeah.
turned from 804 to 757.
What year was that?
Like
I forgot.
93, 94.
Yeah.
Around that
I was
time
living
frame.
here then. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So, but the thing is, once it changes, the people that are new, they don't even really connect with whatever the old thing was. 75 been such a thing for so long that people just be like, yo, 757.
Yeah.
Forget all
Represent.
about 804.
You don't know
It
that
was
like
804
the
at
whole
first.
state was 804.
Yeah, the whole
You know what I
state,
mean? And
yeah.
at the end of the day, it's only about
So
telephone
we really,
numbers.
so it makes sense why we so proud of our area code. Like that's ours.
Well,
Like, it's new.
that's,
It is,
that's
yeah.
us, right? But
Yeah.
that also taps into who the fraternity is.
Right.
The new generation is proud of what we're doing now.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We're still proud of the brothers before us. We would love and
Oh, for
respect
sure,
them.
for sure.
But
Right.
people that from the outside looking in, they don't know the difference.
They don't.
So when they go to look and see, well, what was happening in '95? Well, nothing was happening in '95. What was happening in 2015?
Nothing.
was happening.
A lot of
right?
nothing.
But now we're in 2025 and we're doing meetings.
And we making moves.
We're looking for newer, younger people to make us bigger, better, and stronger. That's what's going to help make us be what we're supposed to
We
be.
make an impact at Craddock Middle School, man. Talk about the mentoring program at Craddock.
Yeah, we have Gamma Epsilon Theta has a mentoring program we call Gamma Gents. Gamma gentlemen, because they're younger guys. We try to reach that middle school age because we know that's the turning point in a lot of young men's life. Right now, we're only catering to young boys, of course, and that's basically what we do. We out there about twice a month, and we have our little mentees, or we have our mentees with us, and we sit down and we talk about everyday issues and how to improve themselves and how to prep them for what's to come next in life. And learning and being
Shout
over
out to the
there,
Gamma Gents.
Yes, shout out to the Gamma Gents, man. And being
How has
over
that
there-
been so far? I haven't been there, so
OMG,
Man.
let me tell you, man.
I've seen pictures,
If
but I don't
you
know.
don't have a 11, 12,
Yo.
13-year-old boy,
You don't know
Listen.
nothing.
you don't know what
Not
life
a
is about
damn
right now.
thing.
Nah, it's definitely a good experience
it's an
because I wish I had
experience.
somebody to,
Yes.
guide me the right way when I was coming up.
Especially
You know what I
that
mean?
age
So,
group, right?
yeah.
Especially that age group. For men, if you don't know, for us, I've learned that that's really a turning point in understanding from changing from a kid to a young man. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's a real turning point. And if somebody's not there to mold or give you the information that you need in order to continue moving forward, you can easily take the wrong track, or go down the wrong path. But this experience has been like Plummer said, man. This has been a great experience. Just watching these guys. I think we've been doing it for half the year already, and we've seen growth in all 12 of our Jets so far. And they doing big things.
I got a question.
They're
So
doing
is
big
this?
things.
I love that. Is this something that you grow with them as they go to the next grades,
Yes.
or you just get new kids?
No. So the mentees are our mentees for life.
Okay.
So as they go on through life,
So they could potentially be Gamma Men one
they
day.
could potentially be Gamma Men.
I love it. I
I
love it.
think some of them already
I
like,
think they
yeah,
are. They are
yeah.
feeling Gamma, right?
Because again, we walk through the schools, and just the the presence, like
itself makes a difference. It's everybody's like, oh, who's those guys in those blue and those blue and greens, So, and like you said, when we walk through the school, all heads turn, all kids straighten up,
right,
hands stop.
I love
proud.
it.
It's like
Pants,
a proud.
put a
thing.
pants up, son.
Hands up. They start, stop playing and start walking, and so things like that. So, Gamma has definitely made an impact in Craddock Middle School. We are looking to branch out to other
We
schools.
got other schools on deck.
Yeah.
Shout out to James Monroe Elementary. We know the principal there. We're gonna be working with them soon. I was at Churchland Middle School. I was a graduate of James Monroe Elementary. Shout out to Cam Chancellor. He was also a graduate of that elementary school, so we will be working with them soon. So I'm excited about that.
Yo, let me throw this out there.
That mentoring program is definitely we're definitely branching out though,
Yeah.
and that's just Gamma. I know individually we also have, like, I have Jordan Beard's mentoring program as well, where I do my own mentoring, but with Gamma Brothers as well, to help out, because once again, the more of us it is, the better it is. So, and I believe Ro also has his mentoring program as well.
Yes, I've been mentoring for 10 years in middle school, specifically 7th and 8th graders. I got 100% graduation rate. For every kid that I met in 7th or 8th grade, they all graduated high school. I got them in the Army. I got them in the military. So I got Army, Navy, Marine Corps. I got one on scholarship at Hampton. Just a bunch of different scenarios for these kids that I've met over the years. But the main thing is meeting them when they're like 7th or 8th grade and making a connection with them, because it's still very impressionable. And having good people around makes it easier to be able to adapt to these kids. So when these kids grow up and they're like 21 or 22, they'll still come to me and be like, hey, this is what I'm trying to figure out. This is what I want to do. Versus if you meet a kid when he's 16 or 17, he's a little bit more thinking he got it all already figured out, right? But if you meet him when he is, but when you meet him in about 7th or 8th grade, they're still very impressionable. It's still like, hey, Mr. Rowe, or what I mean, they're always going to address you in a certain type of way and have some respect for you and what you're trying to bring to the table.
And also at that age, that's where, like you said, they're impressionable. That's the age that they don't forget. Yeah. These are the things that you give them at that age, they will take whether they use it or not. That's a matter.
That's either hit or there. Because everything is a hit or miss.
Right. They will always have it. It was like, well, I remember that Gamma. I remember my Gamma mentor. He always had his tie on. His pants was always pulled up, or he always spoke a certain way. He didn't curse. He didn't do this. Blah 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 blah. Whatever the case is. So these are things that they'll keep with them, and as they move forward. We're not taking the place of male role models in their life. That's not our goal or our intention.
Just adding to it.
We want to be an extension.
Yeah, because I speak with my mentees' parent a lot.
Yeah.
So it's like, and I'm sure most of the Gamma men speaks to their mentees' parents just to make sure like we all on the same page. Again, we are an extension of the community. We trying to build a community. So it's like, hey, we can help you with that process, because it takes a village to build a dope, wonderful community. So it's like if you have a group of people like Gamma that want to be involved with helping, and again, it's a beautiful thing to see a group of people that just watch a group of men walking in a building like, whoa.
No doubt.
It's beautiful.
It's an immediate impact.
Yeah, it's like, whoa.
And I hate to say it's instant gratification, but it's an immediate impact.
When I was in 4th grade, I mean, throughout all my school years, I had one male teacher in all those years. 7th grade math. Shout out to Mr. Renfro. But I still remember him, man. One male teacher, and that show you how males are impactful. Right. Then he ended up inspiring me to play football. He coached JV at Northview Middle School, and I played for him in 8th grade. And then I love football, so men have crazy impact on young men.
Yo, I wanna piggyback on that and say that in my high school, in my whole school career, I only had 3 male African American teachers.
Wow.
3. Right? Wow. So that means if somebody didn't come to the school that looked like me,
you ain't listening to them.
Out of those years, I would only had 3 years where I was in a class with somebody who even looks like me that I can identify with.
That makes sense.
So it's important to go to school and show kids like, yo, bro, there's lawyers, doctors, trades, there's military, there's college, there's all type of people that look just like you that are doing great things in the community.
To piggyback off that, to speak what you just said, that's something we don't have still. Well, I mean, we did not have. We did not have a lot of African American teachers, period. Like you said, I remember one 11th grade history teacher, Mr. Butts, Woodrow Wilson. Shout out to Mr. Butts. I don't know if he's still alive, but if you are,
I remember Mr. Butts.
Yeah, that's the only African American male teacher that I've ever had.
You went to Wilson too?
No, I went there for night school. He was there.
If you look now, like we're in the middle school now, and so I see a ton of African American male.
Oh
teachers.
And I'm one of them.
So,
right.
It was one of them.
that makes a difference.
It
man.
makes a
It
big
do.
difference.
Representation
because you
is
said-
very important.
You said, look like me. Oh, I can do this. I
Yes.
can do that.
You have to see yourself
to
in the
see it.
person that you're trying to become one day. Like when I go to the schools and I try to mentor kids, I'm like, when I was in 7th and 8th grade, I didn't know what I wanted to do, right? And I had to figure it out. So I'm telling kids it's okay to not know what you want to do right now. It's better if you do, but it's not the end of the world if you don't, right? And then for the people that don't, we start explaining what the options are. You know, we go through all these other different scenarios to help them start to think
Put
about
themselves in place
where
and
you're
where
going to
they wanna
be
go.
when
Yep.
you're in high school. Because to be honest with you, when you're in 6th grade, that's when they're really starting to determine where you're going to go in life. If you're going to be an electrician, if you're going
That's
to take
true. We
college
start
classes,
early.
Spanish, you know, like it's 6th grade, right? So if you're in 5th grade and then you go to middle school your first year and you're still kind of confused and there's nobody telling you like, yo, this year is actually really, really important. Most people think that it's 8th grade, but it's really 6th grade where they're determining what you're going to be, what what high school you're going to need to go to in 3 years.
Yeah.
Right. So all of that is important. But if we're not telling the young kids that like it really starts here, you can't wait till you in 8th grade. It's not like basketball where you get on the team, you playing JV or varsity. Nah, man, they making a lot of decisions in 6th grade about how far we think you're going to be able to go. Whether you're going to go to a magnet program, you're going to go to a program where you get a degree first. All of that is important. And if you're not telling the kids that, maybe they don't know this.
They don't know because
No,
they're
that's
not getting
crazy.
it anywhere else.
Yeah.
And God knows YouTube's ruining their brains. So
A lot of kids want to be influencers, which there's money in that.
Wrong with it.
Yeah,
You
but
can do it,
we want to make sure that
but
there's
you know what they
so
don't
many
see?
other
They also don't
parts.
see the work behind that.
Yeah, they don't
Nah, they
understand
don't.
the other
They
parts that
don't.
are involved. And I do money management, finances, credit, all of that. Like I don't care how much money you make if you don't manage it, it's not gonna
Yeah,
matter.
really
If
don't.
you
I
make
had
$1 million
NFL
and
player
you spend
friends,
$1,001, you are broke, my friend.
Yeah.
Now that's good. That's very good, man. Wow.
Well, I mean,
you dropping
know,
jewels.
yeah, it's a lot going on here, but it's all look. When it comes to this gamma thing, it's pride. I still remember when we was at Lisa's and he pulled me off to the side. He was like, "Yo, like I'm a gamma." I thought he was talking about a damn video game, but he was like, "Nah, like I'm a gamma," and it like hit me hard, and it was like, "Oh, I get okay."
I want
So
to be a gambler.
yeah, and I want to be one. So it was just like, okay. And again, it's just that process of like, yo, when you go through that process and when it's done, it's a fulfillment, man. It's just it's a great
It's
fulfillment.
good that you got a lot of brothers that's basically on the same page you on, trying to make a difference in the community. And like I said, I ain't really had that coming up, and it definitely feel good to be able to
Or
talk
just
to the
partying
youth.
bullshit. Like, yo, the fact that I go and see Ro and I know that
You see Ro everywhere.
Yeah, we see him, and it's like, yo, yeah, like I'm out and about, and I got somebody that's on the same type of time I'm on.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like that, like outside of just like, and it's just like, yo, you could call somebody to be like, yo, this is what I'm on.
Yeah.
Can you hear me out? And then they understand what that is to hear me out versus just anything else. I feel like Gamma is more than just like granted, we based off of community and uplifting, our everyday lives, but it's just personal shit. Like, yo, personally, I like to call my brother up and be like, hey, look, man,
Pull up.
let me holler at you. Or, yo, you got this event going on? Yeah, I'm about to pull up. Or something like that. And then it's like, I know I'm in a safe environment because I know my brother ain't going to just leave me stranded.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He going to make sure I'm good. Like I just, Shockwave, shout out to him. He about to leave out.
Big
but,
Z.
You know what I'm saying? Like we met up. He was just like, bro, I'm glad to see you. You know what I'm saying? Like, because his work, he got to keep going. He leaves and come back and then leave again and come back. But it's like when we meet up, it's like, yo, it's like we right back at it. You know what I'm saying? And it's all love. So, you know what I'm saying? Like I just want people to understand what this gamma thing is about.
It's not all business, I think he's saying is that it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You do have to handle business, but
you gotta handle
That's
business.
what men is about, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
let's
you
handle
gotta
business and
handle
go.
business. handle your business, and then we're gonna
Yeah,
celebrate.
let's go have a good time.
So
Word.
we definitely gonna
And
handle
it's
business.
family oriented, man.
Yeah.
Bring your kids out. It's
Oh, yeah.
good.
My daughter be on the scene at all events.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All his kids be at the scene.
Yeah, they gonna be on the scene, man.
I met his daughter as soon as I crossed.
First time, right?
Yeah.
Help-
I'm telling y'all, it's more
Helping
like,
with the events.
Yeah.
It's like friendly. It's like having a friendly face in a hostile environment.
Wow.
Because the world is a tough place. There's a lot of things going on, but if you got people you can lock arms with, that you can be brothers with, that you feel like, I know I'm in a safe place to be able to do X, Y, and Z. That's all that really matters. You know what I mean? Your family is safe around us. Your friends are safe around us. The people that you care about are safe around us because nobody's putting anybody in harm's way. Like, we just trying to be bigger, better, stronger, faster. You know what I mean? Younger. Let's do it. So if you're
Word.
interested, again, the link will be down
Hold
below.
up,
For
I'm about
where
to-
the next
January
meeting is.
25th.
January
Come to Roger
25th.
Brown.
Wait,
Come to Roger
it's
Brown.
another event I'm about to
Oh
drop
yeah,
though.
we have another
Hold up.
event too.
It's low key though because I ain't supposed to tell y'all this for a while.
It's getting there.
It's coming. But look, what y'all doing for Valentine's Day, man? We about to throw the craziest. Man, bring your lady out.
Bring her out.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a Valentine's Day gala
Come see her.
hosted by Gamma Epsilon Theta.
Mm-hmm.
He about to drop the link right there.
It's
on
right there, the
Eventbrite.
Yeah.
February 14th, Friday night, man. It's a vibe, man. Come on out, shake some hands, bring your lady out, show her off.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good.
Have a good time. A nice little romantic, elegant evening.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Just Gamma, like you said, hosted by Gamma Epsilon Theta. Have a nice, smooth, healthy night of romantic. Just put some passion and black love in the air.
Shout out to Black Love, man.
Black
Shout
love.
out to Black love, man.
Yeah.
Man, shout out to my wife, man.
No doubt.
Shout out to the missuses out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And again, that's what it's about.
Who the missus is out there who make it possible for guys to do stuff like this while they with the kids, you know. It's always love. So
yeah, man. I mean,
let me drop the socials, man.
Yeah.
Follow our Instagram page. We just getting it built. So GET_HRC 1968. Make sure y'all follow that. He about to drop that under.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we got a website, gammaepsilontheta.org. If you want to see what we about, check us out. Those two places, man. And if you got questions, man, we'll see you at the meet and greet.
Word.
That's right. Bigger, better, stronger, younger. Let's go.
Get it.
Yeah, man. So again, to conclude, I mean, y'all got any last words before we conclude? I mean, y'all just want to, you know what I'm saying? Y'all want to end it like that? Like, what are we doing? Like,
Nah, yeah, that's straight, man.
I
But
mean, yeah.
Y'all know where we at.
Yeah, so I mean,
You
this is
see the colors.
look, come on,
Colors.
you see it,
And we rep.
and it's still Renaissance King's best lineup.
I like Renaissance King.
Renaissance King.
Hey, but look, you know what the best line is gonna be? The next line.
Yeah,
Always the next line.
it's gonna be the
always
next
the
one.
next
Oh, it's gonna be the best line.
Yeah.
Oh man, I already know.
Hey, that's gonna be crazy. You heard me? Oh,
Hey,
it's gonna be lit.
But right now, Two of a Kind still got it.
Oh man,
Right
no
now.
doubt.
To the
But
next
yeah,
line.
man.
So we'll see y'all January
Because
25th.
You gonna be part of the next line.
Yeah, we'll see y'all January
yeah,
25th,
man.
man.
I want to see y'all at Roger Brown. Come see us.
Come through, man.
January 25th.
Yep.
Gamma out.
Yeah, we out.
Gamma Epsilon Theta.
Yep.